What's up, guys? It's Geek Drums here. I want to dive into this article from my good friend Andy over at the Flash Podcast. He had the opportunity to interview, Break Bassinger, who plays Courtney Whitmore, Stargirl, as we all know, and she gave some very interesting information that I think you all will be excited to hear. So let's jump right into it. So the article reads as such. While The Flash and Superman and Lois will be back in 2023, DC's Stargirl is keeping the Arrowverse going this fall with season 3 set to premiere next Wednesday, August 31st, with Frenemies as the story arc this year. Despite not taking place on Earth Prime or whatever Earth Superman and Lois is supposed to take place on, you guys know, if you're following the Geek Drums Nation, we call it Earth Todd over here because of, Todd helping. Anyway, DC's Stargirl is adjacent to the franchise through the rebooted Earth 2 that was introduced during Crisis on Infinite Earths, as well as John Wesley Shipp's character Jay Garrick serving as a tie to both worlds. The Flash podcast, Andy, my good friend Andy, I'm not about to try to butcher your name, bro. I'm not even going to try to attempt it. I'm horrible with names. The Flash podcast, Andy, recently had the pleasure to chat with Courtney Whitmore herself, Miss Breck Bassinger, about DC's Stargirl Season 3. The full interview will be shared once we get closer to the premiere date, but to get the fans excited and ready, Bassinger shared a little fun tease when it came to crossovers. When asked if DC's Stargirl and The Flash may do a crossover, since Season 9 will be the end of the series, we're all sad about that, and they were supposed to do a crossover before COVID ruined everything. Bassinger stated that nothing is in the cards at the moment. However, Bassinger did tease that a small crossover cameo situation is being worked out and that schedules are currently being looked over to hopefully make this happen. Without sharing for what DC project it's meant to be, here's what Bassinger said. So I do know, just talking to Jeff Johns, our showrunner, nothing specific to the Flash. But there are other things. There is still talks going on about a small crossover cameo situation. We're actually, working on schedules. So I'm hoping it works out because clearly last time it did not. But I'd say stay optimistic. They're still pushing for it. Now, let's stop right there. I would love to see Breck appear on either Superman and Lois or The Flash. If she appears on Superman and Lois, she'd just be crossing over into the, you guys know I hate this term, but she'd be crossing over into the SUPERVERSE. If she appears on Flash, I mean, she already has the ties to that, to Earth Prime. So if she crosses over to Earth Todd, cool. How she would do that, I don't know, but it's a lot about this season that we don't know yet. Just nevertheless, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see her interact with other characters other than, her JSA buddies. The CW kind of dismantled their interconnected universe, so this is a small way of keeping it going. I hope. It would be fun to see. What do you guys think? Just hit that comment section down below. What do you guys think? So let me keep going. The Flash podcast also asked Bassinger if she knew what the canceled crossover story was going to be between The Flash and DC Stargirl, to which she stated that actually, I have no idea. However, Bassinger is hoping just as much as fans do to see Barry Allen meet Courtney before his show ends, as she stated that it's possible. What could this crossover cameo be about? Speculate in the comments, yada, yada, yada. As we know, Stargirl indeed does start. It premieres next Wednesday at 8/7 Central on the CW. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about that? Little tiny morsel of hope. Like, I'm holding on to all the hope that we can get because this is something that I've wanted to see. I miss proper crossovers. I wish she could have done something in Armageddon, but we know schedules don't line up like that. And for the simple fact that season 3 of Stargirl was in the can months ago. Like, they filmed this last year when COVID was still at its peak. Just like they did with season 2, they filmed this show and it's completely done by the time the season airs. So it's always hard to get her, especially if we weren't, in an active pandemic, it wouldn't be as hard. It'll be easier now just trying to get the schedule to line up. We don't know anything about Stargirl season 4, so we don't know if they're factoring that into if they can squeeze her in, because potentially they would start filming season 4 of Stargirl in the fall. I mean, I believe that's when they did it last year. I could be wrong, but they always film it the fall before it airs. You know, the fall and the winter season before it airs. That following end of summer. That's kind of how it's been for like last season and this season. So it's a wait and see. It's a wait and see. Um, if she jumps over to the Superverse, you know I hate that name. If she jumps over to the Superverse, cool. If she shows up in the Arrowverse, cool. Personally, I want to see her over there on Earth Prime with Barry Allen. I think that they would get along great, and just to see him give her words of advice before he runs off into his sunset, his final season, I think that would be pretty cool. But sound off down below. What do you guys want to see? Is it something you're interested in, or do you just not care at all because the CW has killed all of our hopes and dreams? Let me know. If you're not following me, subscribe, hit that alert bell. If you want to support this channel, you can do so via Cash App. Just do anything that's in this little black bar. I'm still working on getting towards 1,000 subscribers so I could get that monetization thing. Remember, we are doing weekly live streams. At least I'm going to try to keep them weekly. Just separate from what I do over there on the after party with my good friend Eric. Doing our weekly live streams on Mondays at 5:25 ish. I stream for about an hour. It's just a Ask Me Anything podcast. We talk about Marvel, DC, anything pop culture, any TV shows. Like this week, we talked about a lot of TV shows and all the drama with HBO Max. So if that's something you would like to see, subscribe, share this channel, get your friends to subscribe to me as well. I thank you for all the support thus far, and I will check you guys in the next video.